Hey everybody, it's Melanie, and today I have a review for you of the new Tarte Light of the Party Collector's Makeup Case. This is the packaging that the palette comes in. It does show you a picture on the side here of what the actual palette is, which is really nice. I don't remember any of the previous year's palettes actually doing that, so I think that's kind of awesome, because if they don't have a sample out, like, you know, you don't want to be like inside Sephora and like opening this up and like snooping through it. So anyway, I thought that was kind of a nice touch. I do really like the packaging theme that Tarte did this year, which is kind of this like multicolored like chevron design. It's got some rose gold, some black, some silver, some like gold. Just really pretty overall. The actual palette's packaging is a little bit bulky. I'm sure you've seen lots of people talk about it at this point. Lots of reviews are already up. This is exclusive to Sephora, so if you're looking for it, you will find it at Sephora. I will link it down below for you. It does retail for $59, and does it say on here? I don't know what the overall value is. It doesn't say it on the box, but you know, you're definitely getting quite a bit of product in here. So let me show you what the inside looks like. As far as like the outside packaging goes, this is a little bit gaudy. I don't love this, and I don't love the sheer size of it. Tarte really tends to do like big, oversized packaging for their holiday stuff, and that has always been a little bit annoying to me, but at the same time, you know, it's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be different, so I can see why they do it, but this is definitely a lot bigger than you need it to be for what you're getting inside here, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It does have a zipper. The zipper is very smooth, like it doesn't like get stuck or anything. So when you open it, this is another thing that I find a little bit annoying. The palette that comes within this, like it doesn't stay put up here in the little slot where it is designed to fit. So I don't think I'm going to be able to store this inside of here, because I'm too afraid that it's gonna like, you know, clunk down on top of the eyeshadows here and potentially break them at some point. So kind of a design flaw in my eyes here, but let's talk about what you get, because it's definitely a very good deal. So you do get a deluxe size of the Tarte's Light Camera Lashes Mascara, which is actually really great. You do get a double-ended brush, which isn't terrible, but truthfully, I'm probably not going to use this, and I think what I'm going to do is just give this to my nieces. I don't know if they have any like good quality brushes, but I mean, this isn't terrible. It's just I have brushes that I prefer over this. Plus, it doesn't really stay put in here very well. It, you know, like sometimes it'll fall out, and so I don't know. You can tell I'm not really loving the packaging here. So anyway, you do get this big giant mirror here, but let's put that aside for the moment. When you open the palette that you get within the palette, there's no mirror on this one, but what you're getting is basically what looks to be a bronzer and a blush. The blush is a beautiful color. It's in the color Amazed, and let me swatch these two guys for you. I don't really use a lot of bronzer. The blush is on my middle finger. Bronzer obviously on my pointer finger. I don't use a lot of bronzer, so that's kind of lost on me, but it's a pretty color. It definitely would deepen up my particular skin tone, which is pretty fair, a decent amount. So there's that. I do like this pink champagne highlighter that they have at the bottom there, so that's what that looks like. It's very pigmented, soft but not overly soft. And then the shadows that you're getting in here are very pretty. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are matte. So the two top and the two bottom are matte. And then this one is a shimmer, and this has more of like a satin type finish, it looks like. I'm not going to do swatches of every single one of these colors here for you guys, because lots of people have already done that. So I'll just kind of swatch a few of them for you. So here's one of the shimmer shadows, which is Shining Star. This is the You'll Be Surprised, which is kind of a nice chocolate brown. And then Popcorn Strand is this basically skin colored neutral type of color on my ring finger. Very pretty. I gotta say, so I did a get ready with me using this palette yesterday, and swatching, they are much more buttery and pigmented than when you're actually applying them with brushes, if that makes sense. The pigmentation is good. It's definitely better than like a drugstore eyeshadow, but it's not what I expect from Tarte eyeshadows. I have the Tarte Lip palette, and that one is an all matte palette. It's extremely pigmented, buttery, easy to work with, easily blended. It's not that these aren't easily blended, but there just isn't as much pigmentation here, and so I think that's going to disappoint some people. The shimmery shades, so for example, today I used some matte colors in my crease, and then I used a shimmer color on my lid, and the shimmer color that I used is the, let me put the thing back in here so that I don't blind you, is the Ring-a-Ling, which is this kind of taupey shade right here. I tried to apply this with a flat shader brush. It didn't go on worth beans. I had to use my finger. And once I used my finger, it was fine. But, you know, and here, I'll show it to you swatched. It's a beautiful color. And again, applied with the finger, it's great. Applied with a brush, not so much. And I have to admit that I am someone who doesn't necessarily enjoy dipping their fingers into their eyeshadow products. I always wash my hands before I do my makeup, but it's still not the most sanitary thing that you can do. It's obviously better to use brushes and then to wash your brushes frequently. But you can tell I'm kind of conflicted. I'm trying to like watch my wording here because I don't want to necessarily skew your opinion either way, because I do think that there is a great market for this particular palette, and I think the people that would really enjoy this are the people who tend to like lighter eye looks, who have trouble maybe blending shadows. Maybe that's not like what you're really good at, and you're looking for shadows that aren't quite as pigmented, that will be easier for you to work with. I feel like this would be the palette for those people. For those of us who really like a lot of pigmentation, my preferred shadow formula is definitely the Lorac and the Kat Von D. Extremely pigmented, extremely buttery. You can apply it either with a brush or with a finger, and you're going to get amazing payoff. You just are going to have to work with this a little bit more to build up the pigmentation. But you do get an amazing color array here that is beautiful if you love neutrals. I mean, honestly, like these are very, very, very beautiful neutrals, and I'm trying to get a good sampling here for you. Let's do. So here's a few more. You can see some of them are a little bit more powdery. They are pretty, but I'm going to keep the palette. Let me just say that. I'm going to keep the palette. However, it's not what I kind of expected or am used to from Tarte eyeshadow products. Let's just put it that way. So for the price, for what you're getting, it's an amazing deal, but it's not going to be the same pigmentation or formulation that you're getting in the Tarte Lip palette. If you have that, you'll probably be a little bit disappointed with this one, if that makes sense. So overall, I would say I give it 1 thumbs up. I don't give it 2 thumbs up. Still a good deal, still keeping it, but I expected more. Does that make sense? I feel like this is probably maybe not the most helpful review that I've ever done, but I do think that there is, like I said, a market for this particular type of product. I feel like if you're looking for a gift for a niece or a younger sister that's just starting to get into makeup and you want to get them a good quality product, you want to get them something high-end, you want to get them something from a cruelty-free company, and you want to give them a good variety, like I feel like this is probably the palette to choose. If you are giving this to like a makeup connoisseur who expects intense pigmentation, who you know, really doesn't want to have to work to build up certain colors, that person might be a little bit disappointed in this. But more of like the beginner or someone who likes easier makeup, that's who is really going to love this palette, if that makes sense. So let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Are you going to try to pick this bad boy up once it's 20% off? I feel like for 20% off too, it's even a better deal. So if you can get it on sale during VIB, I would definitely suggest picking it up at that point. I did pay full price for it, but I still think at full price it's a good deal. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below if you're going to be picking it up, and if you already have it, what do you think about it? So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys in my video tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.